foe alike, looked like someone's grandad at Christmas. He was wrapped in a quilted jacket, heavy gloves on his hands, and a bright yellow knitted bobble hat keeping his balding head warm. The cold wind had turned his cheeks and the tip of his nose red. Well, it was either that or a lifetime of drink. Or both. "You any idea where we're supposed to be going?" McLean swivelled on his feet, taking in the entirety of the car park. There were a couple of squad cars, a scene examination branch transit van, and a rusty old Peugeot estate car parked close by, but no sign of any people. This time of year, and with the snow still falling out of a sky the colour of an old bruise, it was hardly surprising. You'd have to be a hardy dog walker to chance not getting lost. "River's this way, I think." Grumpy Bob motioned past the nearest car. A path of sorts had been bashed through the snow, though it was being filled in again. Looking up, you should have been able to see the castle on its rocky promontory, possibly even the chapel, if memory served. No chance of that today, though. McLean started to trudge along the track, but as he passed close to the SEB van, its side door slid open, releasing a blast of warmth, the unmistakable aroma of real coffee, and Detective Constable Stuart McBride. "You're here, sir." "That much would appear to be obvious, Constable." McLean peered past him into the van and saw a couple of scene-of-crime officers huddling around what looked like a portable gas heater, something health and safety would no doubt frown upon if anyone brought it to their attention. "Don't suppose you've got a spare jacket in there or anything?" It might have been fluorescent yellow, with Strathclyde Water written across it in large blue letters, but it was warm. McLean hugged his newly acquired jacket close as he followed McBride and Grumpy Bob down a narrow footpath away from the car park and deeper into the glen. The trees growing either side linked overhead to form a tunnel of sorts. They shielded him from the worst of the wind, but threatened to dump snow on the unwary at any moment. "What are we looking at, Constable?" McLean asked, as the path opened up across a small grass field of miserable sheep. "Dead body in the river, sir. Must have fallen in somewhere upstream. There's been a lot of water running through lately, swept it down until it hit the rocks just a ways up ahead." They clambered over a broken stile and into a more forested area. Here the snow had hardly settled on the ground, but was just a thin dusting, sufficient to make the going slippery. The steep slope down to the water's edge didn't help either. Somehow McLean managed to make it without falling over, stepping onto a flat rock that protruded out into the water. A few paces away, a couple of uniform officers were huddled in their own bright jackets, breath steaming in the Baltic air. "Down there." McLean indicated the river where it cut a narrow channel between the flat rocks. He could hear the water echoing below. The nearest uniform nodded. A couple of SOC officers were busy setting up some kind of pulley system and framework over the channel. They both wore heavy-duty wet weather gear and the kind of helmets favoured by kayakers and potholers. No doubt they'd drawn the short straw when it was decided who was going to recover the body. "Who found it?" McLean asked the constable as he inched closer to the edge, wary of ending up head first in the North Esk. "Local from the village. Walks his dogs here every day. Bloody nutter if you ask me." The uniform officer looked slightly sheepish before adding, "Sir." McLean said nothing, just peered down into the gully. The whole of the glen had been cut from the sandstone over The water hadn't been kind, tumbling it over, bending arms and legs in ways they were never meant to go.